Hello students, welcome to my online classes. Today we are going to discuss the third poem of class 12th. Okay, Keeping Quiet. The name of the poem is Keeping Quiet. The word often you heard keep quiet. But here the poet wanted to give a message and give the value of keeping quiet. Let's discuss about the poet first. The poem was written by Pablo Neruda. It was the pen name of Ricardo Reyes Bosalcho, who was born in the town of Chile. Okay, so he was a Chilean poet. Neruda's poems are full of easily understood images. Means in the poem of Neruda we find image that is easily understood by us, which make them no less beautiful. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in the year 1971. In this poem, in the present poem, Keeping Quiet, Neruda talks about the necessity of quiet introspection. Quiet introspection, the value, and creating a feeling of mutual understanding among human beings. So, in this poem, the poet wants to give the message what is the need of maintaining peace and silence. Okay, means the effect of the war, world war, is being seen here. How you have to find it? Okay, what does the title of the poem suggest to you? What do you think the poem is about? Title of the poem, as I told you, Keeping Quiet. Means Neruda thought that by keeping ourselves calm for a moment, we can have some fresh start. Okay, it is quite essential to be means stop at one place and analyze yourself and introspect yourself and then move on. We can say the progress in this way we can see. But when you indulge yourself in rust and then it is impossible to understand your aberration. Okay, so let's start the poem. Now we will count to 12. This poem is about the brotherhood. The poet is not telling about himself only. He just tried to give the message to all. And a very simple language, he give the message. Now we will count to 12. What is the purpose of counting the 12? And we will all keep still. Okay, for a up to counting up to 12, 12 may be here that the 12 hours of the clock or the 12 months of the year. Okay, so the word 12 is quite important. Might be question will come what the word 12 refers to. So you can write 12 hour in a clock or 12 hour in a year. Okay, and we will all keep still. Means the poet is asking to just be calm, to keep still for a sometimes some moments up to 12 when we have to count. Let's count and utilize ourselves. For once on the face of the earth. Now the poet is telling that for once, at least for once, we have to be together on the face of the earth, on this surface of the earth, we have to be together for a moment. Let's not speak in any language. Any language means the universality, theme of universality, brotherhood. Let's not speak, let's not produce any word. Let's stop for 1 second. Means he is asking, he's just proposing to be stop for a moment, that is 1 second, and not move our arms so much, not indulge ourselves in any of the activity. Might be possible this our arms refers to the weapons used at the time of war. We all know well about the effect of World War. Okay, so in this particular stanza, he just giving the idea. You have to be means stop for a moment and analyze yourself at what way you are going. What is your destination? You have to decide your destination. Okay, it would be an exotic moment according to poet. In the that moment when we all have to be quiet, we all have to be calm for self introspection, that is very very exotic moment. Means we don't have a word to describe that particular moment, but that is very very exotic in the view of poet. Without rust, without engines, means there is no any voice of the anything. Without engines means engine is also stop at that particular time. We would all be together. Now the poet is telling that we have to be together. Every time in the stanza in poem, we found that he is arguing for to be together in a sudden strangeness. Why it is sudden strangeness? Because that particular moment never seen by anyone before. Okay, so we have to means familiar with, we have to experience that sudden moment, strange moment, because we don't have any idea of that particular moment. In this way the poet is targeting to the modernity. In the modern time, what happened, everyone was busy in itself. No one have a time, no one have a time to see its own condition, to see its own condition and see its own paths. Only rushing, only means it is like a race. Okay, you are only running and not finding anything. Okay, so in this stanza the poet is telling about to be quiet for a moment. What is the value of keeping quiet? It is very very important. The value of keeping quiet, we have to stop ourselves for a moment. कुछ क्षण के लिए हमको क्या करना है, अपने आप को रोक लेना है. एक्चुअली वार टाइम की जो अफेक्ट्स थी दैट इज कांट एक्सप्रेसेबल. उसकी जो मतलब दुष्परिणाम थे उसको देख करके पोएट बहुत ही ज़्यादा हताश हो गया और वो कहा इस तरह से भागम भाग पूरी दुनिया बनाई हुई है, किसी के पास टाइम नहीं है सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्शन करने का, अपने आप के बारे में चिंतन करने का. तो वो एक मतलब आस्क करता है, रिक्वेस्ट करता है, अपील करता है. ही जस्ट अपील टू बी क्वाइट up to the he and all will count to 12. 12 is the referring the time here, sudden moment, specific moment. Okay, at that particular time हम लोग को क्या रहना है, शांत रहना है. ठीक है. इस अर्थ, इस पृथ्वी पे, इस दुनिया में हमें कभी किसी को भी बात नहीं करना है. ठीक है. ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें बस चुप रहना है. चुप होके हमें अंतर मनन करना है. ओके. हम लोग जो काम कर रहे हैं, जो एक्टिविटी कर रहे हैं, वो कहीं से उसका कोई भी फल अच्छा नहीं होने वाला है. हमें अपने आप के बारे में सोचना है कि हम किस पथ पे गतिमान है और इसका डेस्टिनेशन क्या होगा. एंड नॉट मूव आवर आर्म्स सो मच, मीन्स वी आर बिजी इन मूविंग आवर आर्म्स and not finding what is the result. So for a moment, let's rest our arms. कुछ क्षण के लिए हमें क्या करना है, अपने बाजुओं को आराम देना है. और इस तरह से हमें ये देखना है कि हम क्या कर रहे हैं, what we are doing. Break is very very important. Okay, one of the famous line, break break break. ठीक है. एक फेमस पोएम का लाइन स्टार्ट है ब्रेक 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 से. वैल्यू ऑफ ब्रेक ऑल ऑफ यू अंडरस्टैंड. दिन भर के काम धाम के बाद हम रात में सोते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि कल हम फिर से सुबह नए जोश के साथ काम करेंगे. लेकिन वार टाइम में लोग अपना ही नुकसान करते जा रहे थे. इस मॉडर्न लाइफ में किसी के पास मीन्स टाइम नहीं था, लैक ऑफ टाइम टू सी हिमसेल्फ. ओके. और वो कितना नुकसान कर दे रहे थे इसका अंदाजा उनको नहीं था. द फर्दर पोएट टेल्स दैट इट वुड बी एन एक्सोटिक मोमेंट, दैट पर्टिकुलर मोमेंट इन विच वी ऑल हैव टू बी क्वाइट, वी ऑल हैव टू स्टॉप आवर सेल्फ फॉर ए मोमेंट, दैट इज एन एक्सोटिक मोमेंट. वो बहुत ही मतलब अपने आप को आकर्षित करने वाला मोमेंट होगा, क्षण होगा. विदाउट रस, बिकॉज देर इज नो एनी रस, देर इज नो एनी साउंड. विदाउट इंजन्स मीन्स नो इंजन्स इज प्रोड्यूसिंग एनीथिंग, एनी साउंड एट दैट पर्टिकुलर टाइम. वी वुड ऑल बी टुगेदर, we all would all be together at that particular time. The very very important thing is that in that particular time we would be all together. हम लोग सब क्या रहेंगे, साथ रहेंगे. Unity, the concept of unity is also revealed in this particular line. In a sudden strangeness, means that exotic moment was never experienced before by anyone, so it is very beautiful moment. We are unknown to that particular moment, and poet is of the view that is the means strangest and that is the means most beautiful moment of our life. That is the most beautiful moment of our life. So we have read the poem up to the 2-3 stanza. Okay. And in the next class we will discuss the remaining stanza. So this poem is all about the self introspection. Okay, I hope you understand the taught portion. Okay, in the next class we will discuss the remaining portion. Okay, thank you.